Hello, Blitz fans of all ages. It's me, Plum here with another live stream. But in this case, we're actually going to be doing something very special, and we're actually going to be beta testing the new aiming system that came into World of Tanks Blitz. So I'm not sure you know this, but Wargaming has been pretty, I guess you'd say, stingy with how they've performed open test with quotes. But in this case, they're actually letting us not only do open tests, like truly open, all you had to do is have a phone number and 1,000 battles on the given servers, but you get to do YouTube on them too, which is not very common that they let you do that. In fact, it has never happened before. So first, just to start off, I wanted to make sure that everyone can actually hear me, because I don't know why, but it seems like every time I actually mess up the beginning of the stream, making it so that I'm not saying anything. So I'm on my test server. You can message me in chat in-game, or you can chat inside the actual window. There should be a chat right next to the live stream. Not sure, at least that's how it is for my Mac. One moment as I just check this real quick. Okay, it does seem to be working. I also have it running on my Mac over to my right, just so I can see the chat without actually having to come to Chrome every time. Now, as I said, this is actually very, very exciting, because if I pull up this nifty little image here, it says that to take part in this, you can actually watch live streams, which is exactly what I decided to do. You can see I've highlighted it there. So we're going to see what we can do with the new aiming system. Now, I've not actually started using it yet, so this is completely brand new. So I will be going into one game. I will probably play, I guess this guy's going to tier 10. I think you have to be in the special group to play. So not quite sure, but hopefully we'll get a few more people in here. But I don't think you can actually join this room, even though you can see quite clearly that it's Plum Castle's room. So we're going to start off in tier 10. Let's see what this new system is like. Now, I've not tried it. They said they really revamped it, so we're just going to dive in here and see how this looks. Now, first of all, my health bar looks a little different, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just me. I don't normally play on a screen this large. But one thing to note is that we actually can give feedback to Wargaming on this, so this is really cool. So obviously we're not going to see much yet. Also, Wargaming was kind enough to add to my account, so I actually have more gold, more credits, and more free XP, so I could theoretically get a few more tanks. We'll have to see about that. Need to make sure it doesn't actually affect my original account. First of all, I'm noticing I'm getting a text in my other window. I'm running 2 Plum Castle at once. Yes, USA. Unfortunately, I don't think I can actually invite, because I'm not sure why, but this is on the test server. In fact, if you, I could show you, but it's got confidential login information there. But it actually says that I'm on a different cluster or different server entirely. So unfortunately, you won't be able to join the room, but you can suggest tanks in chat, in game, or in YouTube, to be sure. And be sure to share this, because this is the first time I've ever had this happen. And as far as I know, Pantoof, the only other YouTuber that I know did this, only has a video. So I'm actually, as far as I know, one of the only ones doing a live stream. So let's see. I also have my sensitivity way down, because I don't normally play on this machine. But I need to find where the the bat chat is, so I can see how this new aiming system works. I'm not noticing anything movement-wise. They said it was supposed to help with ghost shells. I do hope that is the case. I literally got a ghost shell yesterday, and it was kind of annoying. But okay, so there he is. Let's see. So I don't notice any immediate difference. To be honest, I'm not seeing a whole lot of difference. I know I'm on the test build, but it almost looks like it's hard for you to see that, but it actually kind of snaps my reticle onto his tank. So yes, it's definitely been changed. Oh, that was a terrible HE shot. Not sure what happened there, but you can see it almost like snaps. Like, let's see what happens when he drives by. It almost seems to snap. I'll definitely be playing this a little bit over the next few days or whatever that it's available. But it's actually almost feels like it's snapping a bit, which is actually kind of really cool. Now, I will test this with different tanks just to see how this affects gameplay. And of course, the more people we get in the room, the more realistic of a battle or scenario we have. And you can see there, it definitely snaps. I'm not necessarily playing terribly well because I'm... But you can see that it was almost like it was locked onto his tank, which I've never actually seen. It's almost like, what is it, the mobile's auto-aim on PC. Maybe not quite that extreme, but it does try to follow him, it seems. So let's see what another tank is. Now, I didn't actually use any missiles. Probably should have done that. It would be very interesting to see how this goes with missiles. So let's try another tank because, I can get invites from other people. So if I can find someone, let's try, because it wasn't showing any people. It's like not showing, but you can actually friend Plum Castle. I'm not sure how this works. I know USA's on. If you want to unfriend me and then refriend me and see what happens there, I might just be able to get you into the room somehow, because this guy's definitely from a clan, whereas you can see my profile got edited so it doesn't have a clan. But let's try the VK28. Oh, I just noticed something. Let's see if it loads. Oh, this beta test? Yeah, it also has the new tanks. I did not know this, so I'm actually going to be able to beta test a little bit more than just the aiming system. So we might be able to actually like sneak and play a few of these new tanks. Look at that. Got PBR textures. What was the other tank that got changed? It's one of my favorites, the Progetto. This should also have PBR, and that looks PBR to me. Not quite sure. I mean, I have PBR on, so if it is, it definitely has it on. Not quite sure, but it does definitely look very nice. Yes, USA, it's fine to unfriend me. That's because we need to try to figure out if there's any way we can get you guys into here, because that would, of course, be very fun. And don't forget, you can also suggest tanks for me to play that I don't actually have yet. So let's see. There's another tank. I don't remember what it got with PBR textures, but I think I'm going to go FV183 next. I mean, this is crazy because now we've got... There was the old FV183, and it looks like this is just the beta test, so it's not just the aiming system. We might be able to test new tanks, and wow, this thing looks really good. And I also know that the turret armor kind of got changed. Its turret is way stronger. Sorry for the stutter, I was also reading messages at the same time. But it's got the PBR textures. It's also supposed to have armor. I don't know, the bat chat over there doesn't necessarily have this, but I've got some HE rounds to shoot. I mean, the tank looks really interesting. It definitely looks a little bit less boxy. It has a bit more of an organic look, especially around where it holds the gun, or I believe that's the mantlet. But let's test this out. I'm not sure anything else was changed other than the armor, but the FE183 was already kind of broken. And now, it wasn't broken, but it definitely had that HE potential, and now this is just really crazy. So let's see. Rolling up here, I'm not sure where he's really going to poke out. I gotta say, it's actually really fun just to be playing these new tanks. I've wanted to... well, there he is. See if he'll poke that again. Ooh, yeah, he poked that. I do think some UI elements have been changed. Like that health meter, I think, has been made bigger. It definitely looks different than normal. Of course, this is the new tank, and then the aiming system, which I'll actually have to try. In fact, I think I might have just noticed it just a second ago when I shot the HE. It kind of snaps at him. Oh, wow. I don't know if it's just my aim, because I do have like an 80-some-odd% accuracy, or if it's actually the auto aim, or whatever they want to call this. That's crazy. But yeah, I've actually wanted to beta test since I knew they existed, but of course I was not well known at all. I didn't have enough battles, wasn't even good enough, wasn't in a clan, and actually still I'm not in a clan that has testing rights. And even if we did, I wouldn't have joined because you can't actually talk about leaks and stuff. But now they actually seem to let you do that, and actually YouTube about it. So let's see if we got that friend invite from USA. I'm not sure. I might have to unfriend you, so I'm gonna try that. Remove, and then you can invite me again. Hopefully that'll work. And I'm sure I can message this person too, so I need to figure out how to get these people in here. So let's try that. I'll ask him if he's running this special aim system, because he has a clan, which makes me think maybe not. So we'll have to see. Oh, I just realized I have all chat turned off. I need to turn on global again. Sweat and other. There we go. 1 second. Just make sure he has the test version. If he does, okay. So how is it showing his clan? So I'm curious to see how it's showing his clan, because some players have clans. I mean, I know for a fact I'm in Dogs. I'm logged into both of my accounts. Oh, I see. You have to download the clan. Not sure. How does that work, I wonder, because that might actually help me get other people in. I don't know. But I do know some people have it and some people don't. I'm not sure how it works. It's very unique, but let's get back to this FV183. I want to see the snap. Oh wow, that looks nice. The snap, it does seem to snap much more. I'm not sure I'd call it auto aim per se, more like just that slight nudge towards the enemy. So let's see here. Go through a hard drive, so it must be a file maneuvering and stuff. So it looks like this person might actually already be at kind of beta testing. Now where is he? He's in a gorilla, so he's gonna have some nice camo. And I actually don't think the camos on this is actually all that great, but we do have oof. Like I said, he has that camo. Let's see if he can penetrate my turret. I don't know, but for sure there's some sort of yes, you can probably see this here. So I'm aiming up, and you can see it's when my gun comes down a little bit, it's doing this snap, whereas before it would not do that. Now I will definitely go after and make a dedicated video to showing the exact differences. This is just testing it and to see how this feature works. So let's see. I know he's probably down there still. Now, of course, he's watching the stream, so he has the advantage of knowing where I'm at, but I have no clue exactly where he's at. Let's see if I can show just turret armor. Not doing a very good job, but again, UI looks different. It's very different, and I'm actually really happy that Wargaming did this kind of open test. Because, like I said, they've never really done open test stuff before. It had always been the special group, and even their quote open test was Russia only, and only certain people had it, and you kind of had to be in the know. Now let's see. He's probably going to come out, so I need to show my turret armor more than anything else. There is that snapping. I did a terrible job showing that. There is that snap. I'm not sure how to utilize this very well. I'm not sure what I think of it. Do I like it, or is it just kind of like okay? So did the turret not get updated? I'm not quite sure. Then again, the grill has quite good. Wow, you can really see that snapping. So very, very curious. Wondering whether or not that's actually a benefit. Is that a benefit to have that, or is it a benefit not to have that and like do normal aim, that kind of thing? So let's see if we can find. So it doesn't look like USA can actually get in. I'm not. Unfortunately, I think you'd have had to download the test server and have your account approved. But let's see what other tanks that we can try out here, because we've got a few of them, and like I said, 55,000 gold, the richest my account's ever been, despite the fact that this is test. I have, if I check here, So it looks like they added exactly 100 million credits to my account. They also added exactly 5 million free XP. How much gold? It went from 14,817 to 55,362. Not quite sure what that is. I'm sure it's like some hundred thing. So let's see, that's 1762. Yeah, not sure quite what the difference is. Probably a difference of 5, which would take us back to, well, let's see, if we got 5, that would take us to 57. So like 5, 5. It might have been like, might have been, I don't know for sure, but I think it was around 40,000 gold. Not quite sure. So we can definitely try some new tanks if you guys would like to suggest one. I know I don't know how many people are actually chatting in the stream, but you can also chat my actual like a legit account in World of Tanks Blitz, because I have both of these open. Kind of funny how that works. But let's see. He's going at tier 10 again. I'm going to try the missile. I really want to see what the missile's doing, and then next we'll do VK28, and then we'll do tier 6 next. And I'm not playing this to win or anything. I'm just here to test. Okay, and of course I forget to type the T at the end. But anyway, let's see what missiles does, because we already know it kind of has a snap. Imagine if this really helped missiles. That would be kind of broken. Let's see what we have going for it, though. So, okay, so what class is that? I think I'm not that good at tier 10. I think that's a heavy. Let's see if I'm right. It's either heavy or medium, I believe. But I think it's a heavy, which means he probably is somewhere here. Oh yeah. So it doesn't, of course. So it doesn't seem like it does too much to help missiles, which kind of makes sense. But you can definitely see there's that snap, and whenever my gun gets near it, it kind of wants to snap to him. So let's go normal. It's kind of hard to tell. It doesn't appear that it's going to do much for missiles, which actually is probably a good thing. Nice air shot. So it does, if we aim off, it does have that snap, which is really interesting. It's almost like a form of auto aim, but it's more just to kind of get your thing going in the right direction. You can see it as soon as I might have to be still, but it doesn't necessarily follow him, but it kind of does, sort of, but like not tremendously. Of course, he got me. But it does seem to, I'll have to test this a little bit. We might have to run it a bit slower, but it definitely snaps to him. I don't know if it follows him per se, so let's do tier 6. Sheridan Missile, I will say, is one of my better tanks that I know how the gun handling is, but of all of them, VK28 is hands down the tank that I am most familiar with, and therefore it'll be more noticeable any changes that have occurred. So where is my VK28? Because I know I did not sell it, and I don't have any filters on. VK28, where are you? Huh. Let's see, I swear I have the VK28. 1 minute, let me check my actual account. Yeah, I've got the VK28. Oh, it's pinned. Silly me, I keep forgetting that I have my tanks pinned. There we go. There's what we're looking for. Oh, ha, he went the same tank. Okay. And I will remember that, and even if I didn't, I can actually rewatch the stream and figure out your channel. So, like I said, of all the tanks, for me to figure out the feel of them, or the snapping, definitely this tank. I played it the most. It's my most played tank. It's my favorite tank. It's fast, so it's really going to be very noticeable here. Not that great at 1v1. Much better at groups, oddly enough, but we can definitely see. No, I'm not using the 350 gun. I'm using the, I don't know what it is. It's 160. I'm using the basically the best gun. So I'll look up the actual caliber, or it's the 160 damage gun, not really sure. But let's see what happens here. He's probably going to poke up over on the other side of this. Definitely that UI change, I know I keep mentioning this, but that health bar looks very different. So let's see. I don't want to get too aggressive because I always do that. So there he is over there. The key is to see how my gun... Okay, so he's running the thick gun, so I don't need to worry that much. So let's take this time. I will say that the auto aim is broken. Like, okay, yeah, but actual auto aim is actually broken. I have my gun on him. You see I turn on that auto aim, and this is for PC anyway. This might be different, but you can see my gun does not snap to him, so I will definitely mention this in the bug logs. Look, that auto aim is just not working. But turning off auto aim, it doesn't really seem to follow him, but it does have that snap, as I said. So I have a feeling, I would say if anything, maybe give an option to turn this on or off, because you can see before I would have to either turn on auto aim, or I would kind of look at it. Actually, that's kind of messing me up a bit. You'd have to come and aim at it, which is actually fairly easy, at least on PC, whereas now it kind of wants to snap. And then really here, I would say that this is going to be more helpful for just like snapping over to the side. You can see I didn't aim at all, and it kind of snapped to his tank, and when I shot, it did him in. So there is definitely that. So there is a slight difference. I'm not sure what I think about it yet, though, so it's kind of bizarre. Let's try another tank. I definitely noticed a lot more snapping with that one. Having played for about 2 years with the other method, it could get a little bit of getting used to, but it might work. Might. Again, I'll keep testing with this and actually give till I get like a really good opinion, and then when time comes, I'll give my feedback to Wargaming. Definitely mentioning that PC auto aim is broken when that happens. Because it's probably just the PC auto aim, because the PC auto aim is the only one that really like locks onto the target. Mobile auto aim, you kind of guide with the target, which is kind of what I thought they were going to go with here, but it just doesn't quite feel natural. But I also have only played it in a few games, so let's see. Because like obviously, shaking my mouse or just messing around doesn't do much. But yeah, so let's see this snapping now. I'm curious to see with this thing, especially with the fact that he has an RU-251. This is going to be very interesting to see if I can get HE snaps. Of course, HE snaps in this thing would probably be unwise just with how inaccurate it is, but it might be that he'll be like, say, right about where this door is, and then I will be aiming over here, and then it'll suddenly snap there. And you can see it actually snaps to the ground, so I'm not sure what that is. I would say I don't really like that. Again, it wants to snap to the ground. I could just see a lot of shells just dunking into the dirt when people are going very quick like that, so I don't think that is a good change. Again, let's just see with this snapping action. Well, I got a full HE snap, but you see the loading bar. It seems whenever that loading bar touches a tank is when it wants to snap to the tank. Like, of course, it's on it now, but if I have this and kind of turn it, it snaps to him. And yes, like I said, the PC auto aim, completely broken. My turret should be turning around and aiming at him. Instead, oh. Okay, so I guess it's a graphical bug. Oh dear. Okay, I take everything back. Auto aim still works. It's just buggy. I don't know why I'm laughing, but that. I guess it's only a graphical bug, people. Okay, now where's another tank destroyer? Where's my ISU 152? I have no idea how that happened. I was literally demonstrating that it doesn't go into him. I aim and then gone because I was totally not aiming right. It must be a bug of some kind. I have no clue. But yeah, auto aim still works. It's just buggy. So I'm hoping I will still mention that snap. Yeah, I know. It's that was just bizarre. Now I'm really curious to see how many bugs are actually with this aiming system. Now, of course, this is beta test. These kinds of things would be expected, but I will definitely mention to Wargaming that PC auto aim is a little bit buggy, to say the least, and that the snapping doesn't quite feel natural. Like I'm very used to aiming, but this might be something really suited for mobile players. I don't play mobile, but it might be. If anything, I would actually say with my current knowledge, added it into the game, but make it an option that you can toggle is what I feel should be how this works. Because, I mean, normal aiming is fine. It's just that weird snap. I would say, I mean, just look at this. I'll be aiming up, and then it'll want to snap at stuff. Like, it's literally snapping to the building. Like, if I'm loading HE, there's a tank up there. Yay, I just had my HE eaten by the wall there, because before, if I'm just normally aiming, I will say that it's a little bit weird. But when I'm normally aiming, I would come across the side here, but you can see it wants to stick to this stuff, like the rock. It's just sticking in weird spots. And even so, the snaps seem to be inaccurate. Now, of course, you don't want to just make it super accurate. You don't want it to be like a bot. Like, here, let me just snap it right to you and give you shoot wherever HE would work. Not like that missile mod that just shoots the missiles everywhere. That I don't use that, but I have seen that. But you can see it snaps to the ground for one, which I think is a very bad idea. You can see there normally I would bring my cursor down like this and just the green dot would follow it. But here it snaps to the ground. So imagine you're like this. Imagine you're like this. There's someone coming right around this hill, and you're coming like this. He's almost there. He's just an HE. He's a one shot, super easy, and bam. HE in the dirt, and you lose. I could totally see this happening. I mean, it just wants to snap to the ground more than anything else. Nice HE, by the way. But it just wants to snap to the ground. Now, I notice it less when in sniper or scope mode, but definitely outside, hitting the ground, I think is just going to be a really, really hard thing to deal with. I just don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to go Progetto next. Also, let me know if you want me to spend anything. Like I don't think I have anything in the store. Like nothing beyond there. Do I even have anything in my storage? Oh, I do. I wonder if I could open any of this. Probably shouldn't. This is on my other account. But I will definitely play the Progetto for one. And then yeah, oh yeah, Progetto 46. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I could totally see, and I could totally see this happening to me, and I've shot stuff into the dirt. I mean, it's just RNG. It happens. But I really can see a lot of super clutch games getting just totally ruined by that. Automatically snapping to the ground. I think, if anything, maybe a snap to the tank if a setting is on, but beyond that, no kind of snapping. Again, it just wants to snap to the ground. I mean, look at this. It wants to snap to the soft debris, or I don't remember what it is, but it wants to snap to all the objects. Like you can see, it's just snapping to the fence. You can see it's even snapping up and down with each individual fence piece. It should be more like this, not snapping to anything. Instead of coming near the ground and having it snap, especially these objects. I mean, this is soft cover. This shouldn't happen. I mean, imagine HE. Look, if I shoot like this, you can see it will actually. If I shoot HE at that wall, it will hit the wall, but it will not hit the building behind. So first, this is without HE. You can see it hit the wall behind. Now let's try this again without HE. Oh, sorry, with HE this time. It just exploded. So if you're using HE, especially for T49, I could see this being really problematic. And yes, this definitely has PBR textures. That's so cool. I'm essentially playing, what is it, update 6, sorry, 8.6 I think it is. I don't even think it's really update, the current update with this special thing. But again, that snapping, I'm just not liking that. Like, you can see when I'm zoomed in like this, it's kind of normal. I mean, it has this weird snap thing. Oh, and I just noticed another difference, which I'll talk about in a second. But yeah, again, more natural, more snappy. So, of course, you can do this really quick, but you can see I think this is a very good thing. You can see how my dot or my gun, I can definitely move my cursor too fast for the gun to follow, but you can see if I do it like this, it's actually guiding my gun. I look, and I actually like this. So before, it'd be more like I would move my cursor over here and then the gun would follow a second after, so it was a bit more sluggish. This is much more snappy, just kind of, I'm looking around and the gun's just already going there. So with like pro sport games or whatever, like they would do that thing where they like snap and shoot like really accurately, really quickly. Okay, that was not very good. But you can see before you would kind of have to wait till your gun came over here. Instead, you did that, and then let's see what do we want to hit next. We want to hit this red thing. Very fast snap. Now, I will say it is still interesting because I am used to the gun being slower, me bringing my cursor over to where I want to shoot, it coming so I have it more accurate. But this will feel more like a PC FPS shooter where you look in the scope, you turn, and you're like this, and then you come and snap at the shed there. So if I try this again, okay, I shot too early, but you get the idea. Just instead of it being sluggish and then coming, it's just instantly there. It snaps, and then you can get those like super powerful PC moves where, yeah, like that. I mean, it's almost like it's making it more like a PC FPS shooter game, but that's not quite what Blitz is. So there are some aspects that I like about this, and some not so much. So let's see here. Let's see where the enemy is. I'm sure he's... Whoa. More snapping. More snapping. Like, look at this. You can actually see I'm moving around a lot, and it's just, like, staying locked on his tank now. I'm just going to go in because he wasn't able to penetrate his HE shot. Nice max roll. Good. Let's go APCR. But again, just very snappy. So there are definitely things that I like about it, and then other things that I'm like, not so sure about. But yeah, it's more snap. I will say that, I mean, I say this a lot, but it's a lot more snappy. But I guess, I don't know if it's a little bit too snappy. I'm not quite sure. Let's feel free to suggest a tank though. Let's see, we've got a few more people on. I'll definitely say hi to you all in chat. And as you can see, Wargaming's nicely given me a ton of gold and a ton of free XP and all that stuff, like 8 million. I wish I could just keep all this afterward, but I'm looking at my actual account and I don't have that. So, yeah, I can definitely get a few more tanks. I won't go past what my actual account has because I really don't want to accidentally spend my 3 million free XP, saving that for a Christmas video. But we've got prototype. There are even some tanks that I currently have. Like the FE183, I'm just astounded that I'm actually playing some of these next update tanks. So let's see, we got the prototype. And let's just look at the tech tree. Let's just check out the tech tree. 60 TP. Should I get that one? You know what? What if I just took this time to go and just research the German tech tree, the thing that I've wanted to do for like ages. Okay, so US is suggesting the T110. I can definitely play the T110, and I don't even need to research it. I already have it. So there we go. There's my T110. Been liking the M103. I feel it's like the T110, but at a tier lower, so I can get tier 8s. And I'm honestly averaging... Now, this is kind of low, but averaging about, I'd say maybe 2,500, 3,000. I'm starting to get to the point where higher tiers I can just manufacture 3,000 damage with certain tanks. It definitely gets harder. Okay, so the next one that someone suggested is the T54E2. T54E2. I can't remember. Oh, that's the T54E2 Shark. Unfortunately, I can't actually get premium tanks, and I don't have that specific premium tank in my garage. So, tech trees, unless you can think of a premium that is in my garage, that's fine. But if you want me to get a tank, it would have to be a tech tree tank. So let's see, what do we have now? It's curious to see, because this is another tank that I like, and it's gonna have some more of that snapping. So let's see, T62A. I want that tank again. Yeah, again. Oh, I thought PC auto aim was on. No, that was just a bad shot. So let's wait. Let's wait for him to come. Of course, he's going to go with his turret, so I need to come to where I can get around him, and around that, most of all. But yes, definitely need to mention Wargaming, the weird auto-aim PC thing. Let me know. I'm not testing this on mobile. I probably won't test it on mobile just because I'd have to download it again, and it took it took some maneuvering to get this downloaded. So let's see, where'd he go? Of course, he's faster than me. So let's see. That was actually really nice, just having that pre-aimed as I went over the hill. That I really like. I would almost even suggest that it's an option that you should turn on, and if you want, you should have it bound to a key so that you can choose when to activate it, so you don't activate it into the dirt. It definitely has its ups and pros and cons. There are definitely downsides, but it has potential to be something really cool, I feel. Now, it almost seems like my gun might be following him. Not quite sure. I'm going to show that PC auto aim thing again. So I got PC auto aim. My gun is not even on him. And it shot him over there. Look. I mean, at this point, I can just, like, shoot him. Like, literally, I could do this. I mean, that is just a really broken thing. I might even take that specific clip and just show Wargaming that there's a bit of a bug. I'm sure they would catch this, and I'm sure that they would fix it, but that is definitely very weird, and I do love this tank so much. It's just got that nice alpha. The accuracy on this thing is also really good. Let's see if we can go in for a shot with that nice new snappy turret feature. Max roll, yay. So, let's see, any other tanks. I don't have the T54E2 Shark, but I have T92E1, T32, and literally anything on the tech tree right now. So I am going to go ahead and, where is it? I'm going to play the 60 TP. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to find out where my previous, I have the 40 TP. Research. I sure hope this doesn't eat into my XP. Let me know if you want to see me play the tank, and then I'll risk it. Because 8 million, it says here, it says my account can't be edited. But I'd really hate to affect my actual account. But I have a feeling they probably would have thought of that. I definitely have way more credit for XP and stuff, so I can definitely use it. So let's see. And downloading the clan, I did not know that was a thing. Calibrating, yeah. Ratings is not too great. So let's see, we have a few messages. Okay, check out the 60 TP. Someone suggested a Gorilla 15. I could get that in the tech tree. Okay, so we have the 60 TP and the Gorilla. So I'm going to go 60 TP first, and then I'm going to go Gorilla. So where we got 60 TP. And you know what? I'm not even going to think about it. We're just going to research. Just going to research. And as I research this, I'm going to go check what's happening on my actual account. This had better not be changing something. That'd be kind of weird. Let's see, I have my 60 TP, where is it? Oh, sorry, 40 TP. And yeah, it still says I need to upgrade those, so that's good. So let me just swap my tanks again. Because I do have the other account open, I'm trying not to accidentally let the button get bumped. So, next tank, research. I don't want to use up my tank certificates. No, hands down not. No certificate. No, I don't want to buy it. It's just a waste of gold. Man. Research. I've used some XP. I'm not sure how much though. No discount. No discounts. We don't do discounts. Going on to the tier 9. Research. Research. Nope, don't want to buy. Okay. Research. Research. Oh, come on, 60 TP. And yes, this time we kind of have to purchase it. No certificate. Yeah, I got that. So let's see. The update came, so that means it has the camo. Oh, that's a bummer. I do know in the next update this thing is supposed to have a camo or something. But let's see, what do we got here that looks cool? That looks pretty awesome. That looks kind of cool. Except I think that might be something else. Let's see. And it doesn't seem to be affecting my account, so that's good. It would be kind of sad if this was affecting my actual account. So, this? I kind of like that, and it's like my favorite. Clan Warrior, just unlock. Okay, go. Oh, right, because this is my like fake account, it doesn't actually give me that access. So you know what? We're gonna try something fun. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try this camo. This looks. This one or this one? Pick in the comments which do you like first. I would join your clan in this account, whatever you want to call this, but I don't know how that would affect my actual account, unfortunately. I'm thinking it might go this one. Not this one, this one. So I've got the gold. Let's unlock it. Let's just do that the same for all of these. 60 TP. Let's see if I get ammo racked. Like, first, imagine that. Just get into the game and just get ammo racked. For all I know, that could happen. I mean, I know this thing's ammo rack is, like, super weak. And again, my account staying the same. Yeah, yes, USA. Very Molten-like, indeed. It would be kind of nice to get to this tank. I just don't use free XP because, again, I'm waiting for that Christmas event where they do all those boxes. And I just realized... I have totally forgot to fix my consumables. And again, there's this weird snapping. Like why would you snap to debris like that? And wow, that's definitely a high caliber for sure. That sound. So it feels kind of slow. I just realized I have like no special spiffy stuff on this, so I'm gonna actually fix that in a minute here. Let's see if I can get my... Oh, I didn't need adrenaline. I hadn't shot. Oh well. Again, we're not playing this to try to win a whole ton of games. We're doing this more just to test the aim feature. Let's see here. Ooh, nice. Again, I also don't have that special consumable that gives me more. Can't believe I'm already using the best repair kit. He did bounce quite a bit though, which is helpful for me. I would say it makes it a little bit hard to aim at weak spots. Like you can see here, my fine-tuned movement... Oh, don't want to be doing that to him. Let's just get myself... But again, I suppose maybe that's a little bit better, just aiming, but it is a little bit weird. The alpha on this thing is just so good, and I could probably just wiggle this all day long. But yeah, very, very... It's almost like the sensitivity gets adjusted to how fast your tank can actually turn its turret. Wow, I think that was a high roll or something. So let's fix the consumables first off. Maybe at some point someone else will join the training room, so let's fix my consumables. First off, that's not what I put here. I want to put this... Needs to get replaced with that. This needs to be adrenaline. Provisions. What is this? Oh, yes. We want these. Improved gunpowder. Gear oil. Definitely do the improved gear oil. More expensive, but whatever. And then 35% to shell velocity. I'll try that. I'm not sure. I don't notice a whole lot of shell velocity. I just try to aim before, so... Okay, I'm not... We can invite to room. Let's see. Is he on the test server? So it looks like that other guy had to go for a minute. So let's see here. So now that we've got the right consumables, let's truly test the 60 TP Levensk. I have no clue. I always butcher the names of these tanks. But after this, I'm definitely going to try the Gorilla because someone did suggest that. Yeah, I jumped on that. So let's see, I don't have the speed boost, but since I do have that provision that lets me go, I don't know what, it's a few kilometers per hour or faster, it's actually going to allow me just to essentially have a speed boost on 100% of the time. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. There are, I would say there are more things that I like than I dislike, but there are definitely a few things that I have noticed. And Clan is chatting in the clan chat. There we go. Yeah, I'm running two computers at once. One to see the chat. So, okay, here we go. And I know he has a lot of DPM, so let's try to put adrenaline on. I didn't need to put on tungsten shells that quickly. Kind of foolish of me to try to do that so early. But let's see if we can get him. He's got a ton of DPM and it's good. Ah, man, I totally messed that up. See how we can try to avoid getting too many more shots. He is a diamond player. I mean, I've technically gotten diamond too, but I have a feeling he's probably a little bit more skilled than I am. Come on, turn yourself. What do you think? Oh, yes. That was nice just to shoot there. Yeah, it does seem that it's going to be a little bit different in the next update. I mean, they constantly do UI changes. I would say the audio changes take a little bit of getting used to. It's not bad by any means. And I'm going to play that 60 TP one more time. But I would say 60 TP... the 60 TP is fine. The auto aim's kind of interesting. Now, I need to figure out... Yes, they're... Well, of course, he's gone, so I can't really say no problem to that. But we would like to get a few more people in here. Let's see. So it looks like he invited me to my room. Not really sure. But anyway, so we're both running 60 TPs. Now let's see. Again, clan. So let's try this again. Let's see if I can actually do a little bit better this time. Yeah, and rule of thumb, don't turn on tungsten shells right after you shoot. That kind of wastes it a bit. Yeah, I really would like to get this soon, but I don't know how soon. And it would also have been cool if we could have gotten like premium vehicles in this beta test thing. That would be kind of interesting. So let's see. Considering the fact that he's a good player, I'm going to guess he's going to go this way. But we'll have to see. Now, how much gun depression does this have? Well, it doesn't have a ton. That's enough. That's what? I'll have to look. I'm going to guess that's what? 5 gun degrees? Maybe 6 degrees? It's not the highest for sure, but you're also a pretty low profile tank, so that there are advantages and disadvantages. So let's see. So he said he's leaving, so either he has to leave soon. So it looks like he's leaving now. So it looks like I might just since he's sitting still, I might just see how the snapping thing does. It doesn't do too much here. In this kind of aim, I'm definitely guiding my gun, and I have a lot more control. That's one thing I've noticed. So if you want fine movement, you can see it doesn't really snap to the ground in this mode. So I have learned this. It doesn't snap in scope mode. Out mode, it does like to snap to the ground for some weird reason. It'll also like snap to this fence, and it'll also snap to him a bit. It might snap more when I'm moving, but depending, it'll actually kind of just snap to his tank. You can see it kind of snaps, and then from there you can get a more fine-tuned movement. So for the fun of it, I'm going to try to get an HE in the pack with a tungsten shell just to see what this does. Okay, so it doesn't seem I can HE him in the back, which is kind of interesting, especially considering the caliber. So I guess normal shell it is. So let's turn on tungsten shell. Very nice. Critical engine damage. Let's see if I can blow up his ammo rack, because that's like the funnest thing to do with a 60 TP. See, it should be like right about in there. His engine got damaged, so let's see if we can actually damage his ammo rack on the next one. Hopefully I can kill him with his ammo rack before he completely dies just due to hit point loss. So let's see, it should be again about this engine. I wonder if I'm shooting at the wrong side. The next shot could theoretically kill him. It's like, I want to say that it's like right here. Now I know the IS-7 had like a ammo rack problem, but it seems this one did too. Not sure exactly what's happening there. I know you literally shoot like right there. I'm gonna guess this HE is gonna kill him, just considering my alpha, but let's see if we can do something to try to damage it. We just killed him. Yep. Kind of what I expected. I mean, it is high alpha and high penetration, all that fun stuff. Let's see. So it looks like we got a few more people on the stream. Always nice to see more people. Let me go ahead and chat in that box. Okay, so we did that one. I might have to join a different training room. This one seems to be very popular. It's in Russian, and I don't actually understand Russian. Let's see if I can get a few people invited into mine, like this one that says battle. Let's invite him to the room just to give him a chance there. Now let's see. Next tank was, I believe I promised a Gorilla 15. Where's my tech tree? The German towards the top. Just need to, ooh, Waffenträger. You know what? I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, I've got the gold. Yeah, and when you have gold, all of a sudden you just like buy everything. Upgrades. Let's see. This is. Oh, that's not a great gun to have. What about this? What's this? Research. I've used almost 1 million for. Actually, I might have used over 1 million free XP, which is kind of incredible, to be honest. I'm gonna put that gun back on. Research. And let's see if we have any upgrades. Nope. Now again, just to check my account to make sure I'm not like messing something up or whatever. Nope, still saying the same, staying the same. And I wonder if I was actually make this account totally broke, if it would actually change something. But let's add a camo to this and fix the consumables. Oh, it would be so nice to stick this camo on there. That would look really cool. Don't want to use that one because it's a certificate. Nope. Maybe we'll leave these uncamoed. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So that uncamoed. Waffenträger. That doesn't look right. Oh yeah, no, it needs to be this one. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. There we go. So, Gorilla 15 first. Oh, I forgot to fix the consumables. Oops. Oh well, we'll test it anyway. So I need to find a bush to spot him, hopefully. So I know this thing has like ridiculously high DPM. So I'm gonna just zip on over. Oh, it's got my consumables in the right order. And the only difference is that I don't have heat, which I shouldn't matter too much. I do know how to aim at least somewhat. So yeah, this is definitely a PvP room just to kind of test how this works. So for tank destroyers like this, it might be helpful to have it just snapping. So very interesting. I don't know if tank turret speeds have changed. It doesn't appear so because I can still way outdo the reticle by moving a lot. I'm going to guess he went over that way, which makes me a little bit concerned that he's going to sneak up here. Oh, I did not know that the gorilla couldn't actually turn its turret all the way. So I'm going to wait for him to show up, snap one into him, and then pull back, hopefully, before he gets a chance to look at me. Though it could be a minute for him to drive around if that's what he's doing. Or I could just YOLO. You know what? Just message in the chat if you want me to YOLO or if you want me to wait. Let's see. Okay, there he is. Oof. Wasn't I saying something about the whole snap into the dirt thing? I'm not sure if that's exactly what happened there, but it kind of felt it. I also want to back out before he... Yeah, I really should have stuck that, I don't remember what it is. It's whatever ability it gives it to not get HE'd for full health. What if I get like a... Well, I'm dead here, so I'm definitely just going to try to get something. Oh, wow, and I totally did not do that right. So, need to fix that. I'm going to do that again because that was kind of poor. And I also, because I've never played that tank before, I know there's, 56 damage in tier 10. Shameful. Not really, it's just kind of annoying. This, I'm going to go for that. Provisions. I'm going to get both these provisions along with this one. Probably the best choice there. Camo, I'm just going to get some junky credit one. Oh, that looks terrible. Sure, why not? This looks kind of tiger-like, I guess. Sure, let's just go all tiger. I mean, it's German, so that's that. So let's hope I get a different map than that. Of course, this is probably one of the worst ones I could have gotten, but better to learn the positions now. I mean, if I have the tanks, I might as well be testing where to position them now that I can just get them for free. So I've noticed the waiting players takes a little bit longer. Not sure what the full reasoning behind that is, but it does. Might just because depending on how far away you are. I'm not sure what ping is. I mean, my ping is 140, 130, which for this internet is actually a little bit higher than usual. But I don't know how, it could just be far apart because I know there's fewer of these servers I would normally connect to. I don't know, cluster 2? I don't know, but it seems like everyone connects to cluster 2. So let's see here. I'm going to try to hide in this bush. You know what? He's probably going to come up this way. I forgot to look at his win rate, but with that avatar, while that is a pay-to-win avatar, it was likely an avatar that would be paid for by someone who really wants and plays the game a lot. So I'm going to just stay over here. And of course I have camo on, so my camo rating should be pretty decent. Let's see, where is he at? He could also be going the other way. I have a feeling he's going this way. Oh, and I still forgot to load heat. Yeah, it's super annoying to get a new tank and actually do this in an actual battle, and I seem to do this regularly. So where... He's definitely not here. It's probably over here. But yeah, that auto aim thing, PC auto aim, whatever you want to call it. It would be cool if we get more people. Unfortunately, you can only invite those who are on the test server. I would actually say it would have been even better if you could make it so it was a training room with literally anyone. But it is what it is. Now, how much gun depression do I have? Enough. Ooh, he missed. Ooh, that was tough. I should have had heat, but I don't know. It might have not have made a huge difference, but I'm pretty sure this thing has like super high penetration with heat. Now I know he's over there. I mean, it's not like I'm going to try to poke too much. Okay, so he's over there, so I'm going to come over here. Depends on how much more DPM I have than him, because he is a heavy tank. I don't have as much gun depression as it at first appeared. The snapping, I will say, is kind of weird, to be completely honest, though. It's kind of bizarre. It's a little bit hard. I'm not used to aiming that far down for stuff. He might win. It's hard to say. Let's see if I can do something. There we go. And if I just turn on the special ability when it comes out, or when it's 4. There we go. I can't believe I actually did that. That was a bit interesting. Definitely has high damage per minute. Was not actually expecting to win that, but I think that bounce with all that HE was definitely what saved me there. So he's ready. Let's see. Can we find more people? Well, next I'm going to try the Waffenträger. Again, this time actually fixing the stuff. So this, provisions, this, and this. And camo. Let's put on the same camos. This one here. Okay, we got the camo situated. Let's fix this. This needs to be more like 20, 5 HE, 5 heat. And that should be good for now. So hopefully he'll go tier 9 next. But if not, there's no problem. I can just keep this. Okay, so it does look like he's swapping that. And while he does, I'm going to check how long the stream is, because I'm shooting for about 2 hours or so. Let's see. Check. I think it's this one. So 1 hour ago. So we got about another hour to go. T55A. Okay, so he might just DPM me to death. I guess I have about the same DPM as a gorilla. Again, I've never played these before. These are actually the first time I've played these. It's kind of fun. I'm playing the new updates and actually playing tanks that I've never had before, and honestly would like to get at some point. But you can't just get them all in like a few minutes. It takes quite a lot of grinding. Now, can this turn all the way to one side though? Still no. Okay, moving into position. Not sure the best positioning for this tank. I'm not good with tank destroyers in general. But this one specifically, since I've never played it, and it's a very unique playstyle. Oof, that was my bad completely. Let's see if I can manufacture another bounce. Doesn't appear that I can. Let's see if I can get out of his way though. Now that I've got him... Now he's probably going to try to flank around me, so if there's one thing I know about tank destroyers is to try not to let that happen. Okay, Amarak. Yes, so we won that by sheer luck, but still won it nonetheless. Just answering messages, and let's see. Anyone want to suggest any other tanks that I could play? Really, any of them, it doesn't matter. It would have been kind of cool if the store was actually, if the store actually worked. And I just realized I'm actually opening these crates not in my actual account. So, yeah, there's definitely that. So I can actually open these, like, for real, actually, on my actual account. See, it looks like I got another message. So let's see if we have any messages. What tanks would you like to see next? So, Gold, it says your message got retracted somehow. I'm not sure why. I don't know how that happened. But if not, I can just suggest a tank. And where's, you know what? Find a clan. I'm curious to see if we can even see anyone on here. Recently created clans. Select a tank. I'm going to go... this, because I like this tank and I've been playing it recently. Of course, it was in Gravity Force, so that could affect a few things. OBJ 260, that's a premium if I'm not mistaken, and unfortunately, I can't actually buy premiums despite how much gold I have. But let's see, OBJ 260. Yeah, because there's only the OBJ 263 and the OBJ 268, but those are tank destroyers in our tech tree. So in this case, I'm actually going to try to do my very best to see in an actual game how this might get affected. And I might actually join a true training or the training rooms with more people in it just to kind of get a better feel of how this would actually work in a real game. Is it truly good or not? Because I've only been able to test against one person and honestly, not very many tanks, to be honest. So, again, snapping, very kind of bizarre. Again, I think it's largely just due to the fact that I've gotten so used to the previous aim system. It'll definitely take getting used to if it does get implemented, and I've been spotted. He's over there, though, so I'm going to try to see if my gun depression is not enough to do that. Can we wedge up on this, though? Oh, we can. I don't know how much of me is exposed, but... Oh, wrong button. I feel like this is actually an okay spot, just wedging yourself up like that. Of course, it makes it a little bit weird to try to get out of. So we got that one to go in. Partly by luck. It wasn't actually truly that skill of a shot. It was just it happened to go in. That one was a bit more aimed, and I can definitely tell the snapping does help a little bit there. But my only concern is that it might like try to dip down into the ground. But maybe not. Okay, so he's running off, so I'm just going to come after him. Actually, because of my hit point advantage, I'm just going to go in for this. Somehow I feel like he lost a lot more than I did. And I am hands down going to lose this. I should have aimed better, but you want to see some auto aim doing some weird stuff there. Come on, bounce one more time. Good game, very close, even so. WZ 115A 183. Okay, I can play the 183 again. That's fine. Okay, we got some more people. Let's go tier 10s, and I'm gonna go if I can find it. Oh, it should be right here. So we got those going. So we got the FU 183. We've got a 2 tier 8s. We can. I'll go tier 10. I'm actually glad that some people joined my room. Ah, yes, some of the other training rooms actually disappeared, so it looks like they kind of merged into this one. So we got some tier 10 there. Another tier 10. And I might swap this around, give it a tank destroyer like this, so that there's a tank destroyer on each team. That should be... I'm actually going to swap it like this. I know they'll probably have 2 heavies, but I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best way to organize that. Me, a tank destroyer, and a light working together, and then them 2 heavies being able to work together. It should go well. So let's see, where's my friendly light? Totally incorrect grammar there, but typing fast is key in this game. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just load in my special HE rounds. He's back over there. Hopefully he'll stay spotted, but he'll probably know that I'm in this bush. Oh, and it depends. If he's watching this live stream, he definitely knows I'm in this bush. So let's come at this angle. If he comes out, I might be able to get an HE. That looked like that would have penetrated, but I guess not. Did... Ah. See, come on, poke up. Oof, very close. At least it looked close. Might need to... Oof, yeah, he's definitely after me, so I'm gonna avoid that corner now that I know he's there. I'm gonna help the Vickers with this WZ just because I want to avoid getting hit by the TP, and as well, if we can clear him, then we both can work on the TP together. So I might switch to a normal round here. If he pushes that... Oof. Yeah, the thing is, this thing is still not accurate no matter what aiming method you use. So I'm going to have to leave it up to the... I might be able to aim in on him. Needs to push on the WZ. Well, good game. Might play that again, might swap up how the teams work. Maybe me and the WZ and the Vickers and the 60 TP on the other team. Though if this Vickers wins this, of course it was really hard to begin with. See, I'll try another one of those because that was actually kind of fun. So I'm going to swap these two. We can hit ready again. No new messages and no one in the middle to have to try to move around any bit. Okay, so yeah, we'll try it. I have a feeling we might win this time, but then again, I have not played a whole lot with the new FV215B, nor with I think it's enhanced it. Maybe it's just the graphics change, but I imagine the armor's a bit different here as well. So let's start moving into position. This PC auto aim is very unique. Oh, it's not a PC auto aim, sorry, it's a new aiming system. It's very unique, bizarre. Still getting used to it for sure, but maybe I would still say that oof. I should have totally seen that coming. But it seems like maybe an option to toggle on and off even with just a button might be better than to have it on all the time. But it is different, it is unique. And again, I'll try to make a full video for it as well. Now we got that guy sidetracked to the side. It's mostly this AMX that I want to try to HE out. Oof, that was my bad. I should have come out more. He might just come back and forth. Well, the AMX should come out at this point because he'd just get the HE. Or not the HE, he would just finish me off. Oh, that was so bad. It was so close, but it just... Yeah, that was kind of lame. I have to do that again. That was very, very poor aiming on my part. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of hard because the AMX knew what he's doing, and part of the open test thing is like everyone kind of knows what they're doing, so I kind of get outplayed a bit. So let's try that one more time. Hopefully I'll get like one landing HE. So there's only 2 training rooms on at the moment. Let's see what other tanks that I could theoretically test. 4005, the Vickers Light, perhaps. Jagdpanzer E100, Leopard 1. There's a few. So yeah, he's going heavy. They're changing quite a bit, so I'm actually going to do... I think that should be fair. One that can HE one that can HE the other. It seems... Maybe this will make sense. Of course, this map might change a few things as well. So let's see. He'll probably flank, and then I'll use HE. Yeah, come to think of it, you don't normally... Actually, I don't think you ever get this map with tier 10, so this isn't exactly a realistic... I mean, the map is just so small. Let's see, maybe in this kind of hold-down position. Now, I don't know where... So my guy's there. He just shot my friendly. But where is that gorilla? Because he could definitely eat away at me with his damage per minute. Kind of turn like this. I bet he's behind here somewhere. It's kind of hard when he can't really come out because of all the HE that would fly at him, but he does kind of need to spot a little bit. Okay, so Gorilla's behind there. Let's... And he bounced me, so there's that new... Now that was just bad luck. I did aim in the right... You can see it barely missed. So I need to back up. He should totally be able to flank around him and get kind of damage on him. There we go. There's a full HE that I was looking for. Now I just need to be careful of the gorilla. I would probably be the one to take the shot. Okay, unless he shoots, so in that case we can kind of push on him. And then he should totally be able to get him. There we go. A much better game. We got 2 nice HEs. I probably did, what, 2,400 damage? 2,500, pretty close. And that was just in 2 shots. So now let's shake it up a bit. Any suggestions on another tank that I should play? Let's see. What would be a good tank? I've not tried a clipping tank. I might try... I know this better than the Amexes, so let's try tier 8s. Let's see how the stream is doing while we wait for them. See, we got 6 current viewers. I think that might be a spike. Okay, no, we had a spike of 9. That's actually... that might have been my highest spike ever. This stream does... I've noticed each time I do a stream, it seems to do a little bit better and a little bit better. In fact, the lowest we've ever had is 2, which is actually really good. Or for me, anyway. So let's see. It's been going for an hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, doing fairly well. Might do another half hour of playing or so. So we got tier 8, tier 8, tier 8. It's kind of hard to say, but they do have a really overpowered tank. I'm going to go with this. We might outdo them, but then again, they've shown themselves to be fairly good players, so we may still, yet again, lose. I mean, it's kind of 50-50. You never know. Part of it's skill, part of it's tanks, and with it being a 2 versus 2, it's kind of hard to make it that even. Let's see. And of course, 2 PBR texture tanks. In fact, I don't think either of those have PBR on, so that's kind of funny. I did not purposely pick that just so that the PBR tanks would get on one team and the other ones would get on another. So let's see. It'll be interesting with this tank. Like this. Because I play this tank a lot as well, so this would be the one that I'm kind of interested in seeing. Just that aiming feature and the snap. I would say if this got implemented, I would find myself using free aim probably a little bit less. I would still use auto aim button, except I would try to make sure my tank was angled more than the gun if that glitch persists. So yeah, they're down there. I would say that shot was probably actually made easier by the aiming system. I've started to get used to aiming it like this, where I'm actually aiming my reticle right at that. I would actually say I kind of like that. I kind of like just being able to aim at him instead of having to aim at him and then making sure my gun's on him. But at the same time, making sure my gun on him wasn't actually all that difficult. Maybe it was harder for newer players, but just having done it already, it actually takes more getting used to this than a newer player, I imagine, would have. So he's going up there. Let's put auto aim. There we go, got a shot into him. Now I just need to back up behind the dead Pershing. Wait for my reload. Of course, he might actually clear him before I fully reload. Yeah, I tried to shoot under him. Be sneaky, but not quite. Definitely unbalanced, that one. I would probably swap the... It's kind of hard to say. This tank, I will definitely say the closer following in the zoom, or the full, not the full screen, the aimed in mode or zoomed in mode was definitely making shots better. I would just say the quirkiness is probably in outside, where you're trying to free aim it without actually fully zooming in. Let's see, let's try another tank. For the sake of it, you know what, let's try tier 3s. Oh, no, KV2. We have to try the KV2 before this video is over, because that'll be the most bizarre one. So they will have to go tier 5s. 5s. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like Wargaming's like tweaking the censoring system or something. Like 5s. Huh. I have no clue, because it's so weird. Like, it was actually changing all sorts of stuff and just censoring a lot of stuff that was just normal for whatever reason. And I was just thinking I saw something. I don't remember what it was. So we got one player left. So let's see, what do we have here? Same map again, by sheer luck even. It's kind of funny. I've had that happen before, like you just get the same map twice. I've not gotten Normandy yet. I've not gotten Hellas. I don't think we got a Hellas yet. There've been a few. But yeah, I'm really curious to see this aiming. Now, free, of course, I think if you're trying to aim this free, well, first of all, if you're aiming this free, you probably don't want to play the KV2, but of course it would still do that whole snap to certain objects. So let's see here. I'm not actually sure what direction he'd have gone. I would imagine this way, but you never know. Oh, he's behind me. I'm just going to sit here until he comes out. Oof. Not quite a penetration. I could probably ram him, to be honest, but I'm just going to chase. He's probably going to run. He might try to run down the hill, though. So it maybe snaps a little bit better. It makes it so that zoomed in aim is definitely more accurate. That is probably the biggest thing that I've noticed. Still, I'm not sure the outer part, and I'm not sure if there's like a setting to change it. I'll look afterward, and then of course make the video. Cromwell would be a good one to test. Let's just go tier 3, just to goof off, because I'd like hardly ever play these. M5 Stewart. Actually, if I check my actual count, thing has an ace, and it's got 22 battles. I mean, 78% win rate. It's kind of silly. Yeah, I don't think I made it, but there was a video that I had planned to make at one point where we actually were getting in with bots still. Yeah, Normandy would be long just because it's a bigger map. In fact, what's weird is that even in tier 3, even though you're smaller, you still get Normandy map. I did find that out recently. It's kind of funny. So let's see. We could do tier 3. It doesn't matter if he doesn't have a tier 3. He could pick any tier he wanted. I mean, that was kind of close to 3, hopefully, like if he had a 5 or something. So let's see which is better. Trying this. Oh, I actually used PC auto aim a ton in a ton when I actually use low tier. Like I said, I have hardly ever played down there, but I would say that yeah, it kind of is a bit funny because it'll look funny if I use auto aim. I'm also noticing here, you can see it does kind of like what it does when I'm zoomed in like this. It tries to follow it to the best of its ability and snapping to certain objects. I would just say the only thing is don't snap to the ground. I think that's a very, very bad idea. Beyond that, though, I think it's okay. So doing hold down in tier 3, that's kind of silly. Not sure how that penned, but I'll take it. he is using his turret wisely, so I'm actually going to come around, because I know my turret's weaker, and I'd likely miss, and he'd likely hit. No sense wasting the HP, so I'm going to actually come down here, and that seems to be what he's going to do too, because he realized that's what my plan is. You can see my cursor did kind of follow that automatically, I guess. It feels a little bit weird. I mean, it probably would feel better if I got more used to it. Just having the older system, it does feel a little bit awkward. Now let's see. Ooh, nice bounce. You don't actually see bounces in this low tier very often. Can I kill him without losing any hit points? I doubt it, but we can try. Nope, we lost hit points. Time to go in for the full YOLO mode. Yeah, I still say that you can see here, I'm going to turn like this. My turret, before I shot, was actually turned completely 180. It was kind of funny. Okay, so we did that. Tier 3, I could definitely see that. I mean, I've always been okay at aiming in Tier 3. I mean, they're all, like, basically laser beams down there. Next. Any suggestions on tanks that I should play from you guys? I did the 183. I can play any tech tree tank, or if I pull them up, one of the 54 special tanks that I have in here. Premiums, collectors. I can slowly scroll through them if you want to suggest one. Doesn't really matter which one, or none of them, and you just want a tech tree. Might play the Cromwell B. Breton Panther. I still cannot believe I have that tank. AMX 1357 was in the event right now, but I'm gonna go Cromwell. Someone suggested the Tiger, so I can do the Tiger and then the Cromwell. That's fine. Tiger. Where's my German heavy tank? Which Tiger? Probably the Tiger 1, but it could be the Tiger 2 or the Tiger P. Tiger 1, yes. Okay, so I can definitely do the Tiger 1. Okay, and he chose the Lycan. That's fine. Lycan's a bit of an interesting... there we go. There's Normandy. Heh. Oh, that's not how you spell Normandy. And I don't have any consumables, which is really weird. I probably sold them. That could really come back to bite me. Let's find out. So hopefully I can use my armor to my advantage. I have terrible stats in this tank. Only played a few battles. I haven't played it a whole lot. I could probably do better now, but when I first started, I played in Tier 7, and Tier 7 just right now is not terribly great, and I don't really see anything really happening unless the Smasher and the Annihilator get nerfed. And probably the Lycan in like literally every other OP tank. And I don't have Adrenaline to use, so that's kind of a bummer. Come on. Okay, I will say that aim was a little bit odd. Now I've got a damaged ammo rack, so like I said, consumables are really coming back to bite, and I might play this again if... I'll probably play this again trying to get the right... Okay, I'm now kind of not liking this part. I'm used to aiming down and then kind of shooting, but in this case I actually have to be aimed at him constantly to... Oh, that was close. Good game. Gonna try that again, but with the correct consumables, and hopefully a map that doesn't require too much gun depression like that one did. So let's pick a tank. Well, I have the tank, but where's my consumables? This one. Good enough. So, this guy, let's see, what are his statistics? I haven't actually been checking. 55% is pretty good. Also, the damage per battle is pretty nice. Yeah, this guy's definitely fairly good as well. Might as well. How about rule, though? They can only use HE. They can only use HE. I'm sure I'm actually going to be hit with everything but HE, but I did mention it at least. And they have 2 tanks on me though, so that... Oh, yeah, that's one thing I didn't think about, because not everyone actually has a ton of HE. So let's move forward now. Let's try to find where they went. Ah, yeah, ramming will be allowed. Okay, that aim, I would say it does make certain things easier. I mean, there's really probably going to be really hard to find, like, the perfect... that didn't feel like HE to me, but whatever. I would say it, just like anything, it has its benefits, and then it also has its downsides, so... Really, it just depends on the situation. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not. Now, that definitely was an HE. I still say this bug is the weirdest thing ever. I mean, I can see my reticles on it, but I'm shooting and it's like looking really bizarre. It just looks weird. That is just the most bizarre thing ever. Good game still. Definitely a little bit better for the Tiger 1, but that was bizarre. So any other tanks that you would suggest while I check the length of the stream? 38. So we've got about 20 minutes, I would say, and then we'll probably stop. Let's see, current viewers. So getting a pretty decent viewership for what I normally get. So let's see next. Tiger 1. It'd be kind of fun if I could actually play at Gravity Force in this. That'd be kind of weird. What's a really good tank? ARL probably. I tier 1 with PBR texture files. That's kind of funny. French. Heavy, tier 6. This one right here. So I'd probably send them in tier 4s. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not in tier 6, and the Smash would kind of just get into me anyway. Okay, says the stream is lagging for you. Let me check my stream real quick. So on my end it says it's not lagging, but my guess is because I have my bitrate set at about 5,000, that it might cause lag when trying to watch it. Unfortunately, I'd have to like stop and like reset it, and that seems to do weird stuff to it. But I'll note for next time to try to make it a little bit lower bitrate, just so it's a little bit more watchable. So we got another guy in here. Did I see this before? I'm not sure. Maybe. So we'll just have 2 6s. Okay, they're going tier 10s, which is kind of bizarre. So maybe I should go tier 10? They really seem... Okay, I'm probably going to get smashed, but we'll take it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, very much. So let's see. Just go this way, I guess. And then go ahead and suggest a tank that you'd like to see. I mean, literally, unlike most streams, I can actually say just pick a tank because I can just research it. Yeah, I know for the most part I've been playing tanks that I already have, but the main reason for that is actually just because those are the ones I'm most familiar with and then would actually be able to give the most objective opinion on. Whereas with the other tanks, it could just be I've not played that tank yet, so I'm like, I don't like this tank, but it's not really the aiming's fault. So let's see. I would say this feels more snappy. The previous aiming system was a little bit more sluggish. So it does kind of... Oh, you gotta love how you can just penetrate a tier 10 with this thing. Wow, I could just penetrate a tier 10 with, like, my ARL, which is a tier 6. Now there's that Cromwell. Okay, that was a little close, so I need to get out of that guy's face. I'm gonna let the Yo take care of him. Oof, I'm not sure how that ricocheted, but it does kind of go right where you aim it as opposed to kind of following along, which I do... I'm not sure what the beef is with that, but that's a little bit weird. There we go, another ricochet, but at least it went into him. It's kind of funny when you get a ricochet, but it goes in. So yeah, very interesting. With that tank, I actually say I would kind of like that aim just because it is a fast shooting gun. It's already has kind of a snappy feel, and the snappy aiming does seem to complement the tank. So we got another person in here. Let's do, for the fun of it, me as a tier 10 vs 4 5s. Oh, I forgot that gets started out. So select tank. Where's my tier 10s? What would be a good tank? I mean, a mouse would be kind of cheaty, but at the same time, I'm gonna go Sheridan Missile. That's what I'm gonna do. So I will not play a mouse just because I would definitely win if I was in a mouse, just because tier 5 can hardly penetrate. But that, if they're all tier 5s, that might be a little bit harder to contend with because they can penetrate me, which is the key in these tier 5 matches, is to get a tank that can penetrate you, and then you can also hopefully have enough damage per minute to get them. Yeah, I've noticed they aren't actually in the chat. I'll stick him on my team and just see how this goes. So he'll probably go tier 8 just because that's what the other guy is, and then I'll stay tier 10. So he can go tier 8 and then we'll go ahead and start the battle. Okay, there you got his tier 8, and that guy's just going to have to move in the middle. It says he's offline. If he wants to come back online, that's fine. Let's see, now the... okay, there he is. Now I'm going to hit ready. Yeah, now to those wondering, Wargaming actually does block you from entering normal games with this aiming mode, which makes sense. If it is that much better, it'll actually be kind of cheaty. But now I mean, it didn't feel like it affected missiles, but maybe? But I still doubt it. I still doubt that it would affect missiles, just because missiles are already pretty good. Oh, it does affect missiles a little bit. You can see my dot is still in the center. That must just be and then like this. But I mean, of course, missiles, you're usually doing this anyway. And in fact, the weird auto aim bug wouldn't actually be that noticeable. Let's see. Not sure where he's at. I don't want to... Okay, so they're all the way over at C, or at least one of them is. I'm gonna guess they both are one. I'm gonna guess like one rolled over and then the other one did, but not sure. Maybe one just backed up. That looks like that hit the ground right there. So he's over there. He might have got shot by the M10, sorry, the M6EO. Gonna come around. I cannot believe that went in. And I only took 300 for it. So I'm gonna come after this Progetto. Maybe we can get an HE. No HE, just a normal shell. He's got the PBR. I gotta say the Progetto looks really nice with the PBR, but now let's see if we can get an HE. The shots like that are definitely easier with this. I don't have to wait for my gun to go where I'm aiming. It's just my gun is where I'm aiming. That is definitely nice. Oh wow, max roll. And let's go for a ram just for the fun of it. Oh, it didn't actually do much. Oh, I should have used HE. So very fun. Probably only do like 2 more. Just looking at the time, and it's been almost 2 hours. Yeah, just one more. So I've been doing this for quite a while now. So one last one, and then I'll actually change the room name so everyone sees. Last round. So where are we here? So let's see. We got one guy that's offline. Select tank. That'd be a fun one to go out on. I'll try the 60 TP as the last one. So 60 TP versus 2 Tierites, yeah, sure. Maybe 2 tier 7s, but it's what it is. Okay, we got a tier 10. Let's just play it. So last round, let's hope it's a good one. And if not, we'll laugh. So let's see, where do I want to go? I still don't have heat on this thing, which is kind of funny. So let's just kind of roll on over here. I gotta say, it was kind of fun both testing the new aiming system and trying some new tanks as well. So I'm gonna... There is the T-57 Heavy, which I gotta watch out for, especially since he might be able to ammo rack me with 3 shots. Let's see... I think I'm gonna hold right here. Of course, he's right there, so. Oh, I meant to hit 4 and I hit 3. Oh well. At least I know it have hit. Need it hopefully bounce. Okay, that was pretty nice. And he's pushing forward, which is actually to my advantage. And try to get another shot in him like this. See, I don't... Oh, he's a high damage per minute tank, which is not great. Hopefully I can hit him against that wall. Come on, just need an HE. Want more damage, want more damage. Come on. Aw, not quite, but very close. Good game. So that, I think, does it for the stream. Very interesting new mechanics. Definitely a little bug with the auto aim and that it wants to kind of dip towards the ground. But other than that, I'm starting to like it. It did take a little getting used to, but I do think it's actually kind of interesting. So with that, I hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.